ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody, 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 everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know.
And good morning everybody, and welcome back to the ARK Online. My name's Craig Scott. I'm the family ministry leader here at Bethany Christian Centre. We've got a great morning planned for you. I'm so glad you've come back to watch us. We've got songs, we've got a memory verse, we've got This Is Awesome! We've got a challenge later on, and we've got a story from Jean. And as always, we need to find out what we're going to learn about. So I'm going to hand over to my mate, our Bob, and he's going to press the button and tell us what we're going to learn about. So come on, Bob, come and press this big red button!
Hello, my name. What has happened to my Grow module? Hey, I bet this is that Craig Online. If you see him, please let me know. Stop this! Stop this! My module is going to fry. Stop it! Okay, thank you. I'm going to press this button now. Ha! Ow!
That hurt.
Great escapes, Paul and Silas.
Slapstick Theater. Paul and Silas. This is Paul, who told people about Jesus in lots of different places. One day, Paul was walking with his friend Silas.
Hey-yo.
They were being followed by a girl who was controlled by an evil spirit. Her owners used her to make money. After days and days of this happening, Paul got so annoyed that he turned around and told the evil spirit to leave her. So the girl was freed.
Woohoo!
But her owners got mad at Paul and Silas because they wouldn't make any money off of her anymore. And they had them thrown in jail. The jailer locked them up.
Oh, man.
Around midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing to God, and the other prisoners were listening. Suddenly, there was an earthquake, and the chains of all the prisoners fell off.
Oh, what just happened?
But Paul and Silas didn't leave, even though they could have. Several people decided to follow Jesus that night, including the jailer and his whole family. And the next morning, they were released from jail, and the city officials even apologized to them.
Sorry about that.
Paul and Silas encouraged the Christians in the town, and they continued on their mission to tell people about Jesus.
See ya.
Let's go!
Welcome back to This Is Awesome! This is the part of the show where we take a look at stuff that's been sent into our Facebook page, and most of the time it is awesome! Our first one this morning is Jessica and Sophia, who are dancing along and doing the actions to Be Happy. Roll it. Well done, girls, well done. Do you know what that was? That was awesome! Thank you so much for sending it in. Hope you're having a great time watching us this morning. Hello. And next up, we have this picture. This is Oliver dancing and going crazy while watching the ARK Online last week with his brother Zeb. His daddy sent this in and said that they loved it. So, hello boys, glad you're enjoying it. And you know what, Oliver? That was awesome! Next up, we have a video of my son Reggie, and he has been reading a book every night and he has learned a Bible verse from it. It's not one of the memory verses, but you know what? It's still awesome! So, roll it!
So, I love the Lord and can hear me, listens to our prayers. A Psalm 33 verse 1.
Well done, Reggie. Do you know what that was? That was awesome! It's great to see people learning their Bible, memorizing verses. We don't just do the memory verse each week to have fun, to do daft challenges, to make silly voices while we're doing them. We do it because it's really good to memorize verses. It's really good to have them in the back of your brain so you know that when you have struggles or worries, that the answer's in the Bible for you. Do you know what else is really good? Singing and praising God. So get up on your feet. We're going to do a song now. Jodi's going to do the actions with you. Roll it.
Hey, oh, let's go.
I can fly around like a superhero and know I'm strong 'cause God loves me. I can march on forward every day and not be afraid 'cause God's with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I can count on God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I can count on God. I can jump up and down and fly around. I can always count on God. My God is number one. I can jump up and down and march on the ground. I can always count on God. My God is number one. Yes, I can fly around like a superhero, but know I'm strong 'cause God loves me. I can march on forward every day and not be afraid 'cause God's with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I can count on God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I can count on God. I can jump up and down and fly around. I can always count on God. My God is number one. I can jump up and down and march on the ground. Yes, I can always count on God. My God is number one. I can count on God. My God is number one. Yes, I can count on God. My God is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I can count on God.
Hey, oh, let's go.
Jodi's here, so it must mean it's time to do a memory verse.
Oi, oi.
Oi, 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 indeed. This week's memory verse comes from the book of Psalms, and it is Psalm 119, and it reads, "The word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path." Psalm 119, verse 105. Verse 105, you don't say that very often, do you?
You don't.
The verse is up in the hundreds. Actions. This one seems like a bit of an easy one for the actions, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's a shorty, but it's a goodie. I like it. It's all about the Bible being a lamp to guide you through your life. I like it.
I like it.
I like it. I like it a lot. So, actions.
Your word.
Your word. So, your
Your word.
word Is a lamp, so like a miner's lamp. You might have seen them down in Beamish. So is a lamp to guide
my feet.
Can't say how feet, but we'll just do that. And a light. Oh, light. Sorry. Yes, you're right.
Light.
For my path. Psalm, like your palms. 119 verse 105. Boom. Nice one, nice one, nice one. I think we can do that, this one, really fast. I do. So, let's do it fast. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Psalm 119 verse 105. Faster. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Psalm 119 verse 105.
Boom.
Now in French. I don't know it in French. I don't know it in any other language.
There's a challenge for you.
Ooh, send us a video or audio of you doing it in French or Spanish or Portuguese or Croatian or Czech or Houghton. It'd be like, your
word is a lamp.
Your word is a lamp to show my feet what they're doing.
Where they gone.
And war lamp for war path. Maybe it's not. Anyway, challenges, Jodi.
Oh, who are you going to go with? I'm going to go with the boys.
You're pinching the boys, was I?
Yes, because I've been with the girls twice now.
Oh, well, I think the girls can do it better, innit?
Boys.
I think the girls can do it better.
Oh well, you can go first.
Oh, okay, right. So the one I was thinking of, got to make sure my t-shirt is tucked in so I don't show any belly. But I was thinking just going really straight like that. Thank you. Really straight. Just like on your tiptoes. And then like a really intense face. And just go after 3. 1, 2, 3. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Psalm 119 verse 105. Boom.
Nice
very
one.
Straight, very straight.
Very straight. Right, can you remember the song, boys, that we learned 2 weeks ago? It's called Wake.
Not awake, not awake.
Not
just
awake,
wake.
just wake.
Yeah.
And one of the actions is you go like this, yeah? So after 3, we're just going to do the memory verse and do them actions, okay? 1, 2, 3. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Psalm 119 verse 105. Boom.
Nice one, nice one. So to carry on this straight thing, we've gone upwards. Now we're going to try and get horizontally straight. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use you as a bit of a thing. And I'm going to go out like that. And kick the light. And what I'm going to do is, kick everything over there. Right? So we're going to be really straight while doing it. Make sure your top doesn't come up. You got to do it on 1 foot. Are you ready? Your word, well, no, 1, 2, 3. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Psalm 119 verses 105.
Nice one, Craig. Nice one. Nice one, girls. But
boom.
Boom. Right, boys, for our next action, we're just gonna, so it's, you just go like this.
What's from the same song as well?
Yes, it's from the same song.
Right,
so
yeah.
we're just gonna go like this. So we can't actually see the verse while we're doing it, so it's like a doubler.
It's a doubler.
It's a doubler. Whoop.
Don't worry, boys. It's just a doubler.
It's a doubler.
It's a doubler.
Right, okay, after 3. 1, 2, 3. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Psalm 119 verse 105. Boom. That's my challenge.
It's gonna be a shed. I'm a boy. I was doing it with you.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Ha. 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 Double challenge? Double challenge, everyone?
challenge.
Double chance? Chance for everyone?
Yeah, I like that one that we were practicing earlier on.
Okay.
Don't trip over this time though.
I'll try. So, you need a partner for this one. So, a brother, sister.
You could do it yourself though. It's
You
easy
could.
enough done.
brother, sister, mother, father, carer. Someone in your
bubble.
support bubble. Okay.
So, opposite foot.
Right,
opposite
I've got to get this worked out in my head, right? So, opposite hands hit while opposite foot hit. So like that.
So, but you can also add a jump to Craig.
Yeah.
Come
right,
on.
Go on, right.
Opposite foot, opposite hand. Opposite foot, opposite hand.
Right, okay, I'm with it. We're in.
But now we've got to add the memory verse. Right?
Okay.
So you keep going. So,
why is you not kicking me feet anymore?
Because it's after 3. I'm just letting you get into the rhythm.
Right.
Okay, so 1,
2, 3. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Psalm 119, verse 105. Boom! Yes. Great double challenge there. Great double challenge.
I noticed though that you were looking at the memory verse.
I was just making sure you were reading it right. Oh, you were remembering it right.
Okay, Craig, okay.
Plus, my brain isn't big enough or good enough to do 3 things at once.
Okay,
so I just needed that visual reminder. Anyway, if you guys do any of the actions, do any of the challenges, just read the memory verse or just dancing along watching us do it. Take a picture, take a video, send it to us on our Facebook page. We would love to see it. Now, Jodi, you did the actions for the song.
Yeah.
Shall we sing it?
Yeah.
Right. Roll it.
Aye, oh, let's go.
At break of day, in hope we rise. We speak your name. We lift our eyes, tune our hearts to your beat. Where we walk, there
Hi everyone, it's our last great escape from a jail this week, but it's not our last escape. We've seen God use dreams, angels for jailbreaks, but this time it's a bit scarier and definitely a bit noisier. So here's Paul and Silas. At first, Paul was the guy who arrested Jesus' friends, but after seeing the light, a great big light that shone in his eyes, he heard Jesus' voice say, "Paul, why are you doing this?" And do you know what? He became a friend of Jesus. He became a Christian himself. And then he went all over, not trying to hurt Christians, but trying to tell everyone what Jesus had done and that they could become a friend of Jesus too. Jesus changed him completely, just like he does to people today. But Paul and Silas ended up in a jail in a place called Philippi. Again, they hadn't done anything wrong. Do you remember those baddies on that video we saw? Those two guys with that young girl? They always remind me of the tricksters in Dumbo and in Pinocchio. They were real baddies. They were so annoyed at Paul and Silas. They were going to lose a lot of money. So they dragged them off to the judge and lots of people came with them. Remember, Paul and Silas had done nothing wrong. Everyone told lies about them and the judge said, "That's it. Off to jail, go directly to jail, do not stop, lock them up and give them a beating with sticks." Oh no, and it was the worst jail yet, with the worst, meanest jailer yet. He put them in chains and he put their feet in stocks. That's where they chain them up, so they can't even move. They'd been hit and they were sore and they'd really been hurt. In jail for something they hadn't done and they hadn't even had a trial. So what do you think they did? Did they complain and moan? No. Did they shout? Did they cry? No. Did they get angry and stamp their feet? Well, they couldn't anyway, they were in the stocks. No. But it was just about midnight when the other prisoners and the guard heard them singing. They were singing songs to God, praising him and praying. Even when things looked bad, they knew God was with them. They wanted to praise him. Now, I don't know which songs you would sing. I don't know what songs I would sing if I was in jail. Maybe our God is a great big God and he holds us in his hands to remind me that God was bigger than anything and holds me safe in his hands. Maybe I would like to sing My Lighthouse, that song about Jesus shining like a light in the darkness. Or maybe you can count on God for everything because he is our creator, provider, protector, saviour and king. Maybe I'd like to sing that one to remind me. What would you choose? Have a bit to think. I think I know what Kira Robinson might choose. She's only just gone 4 years old and here she is singing a worship song that we sing on a Sunday morning in church. Wow, great job there, Kira. Praise forever to the King of Kings. Perfect for a midnight sing-song. But it was then it happened. It was just a little rumble at first. Then it got a little shaky. Then very shaky. The ground was moving. It was an earthquake. stones flying everywhere. Next time you see Craig or Jodi, ask them about the time they went on holiday and they were in an earthquake in Turkey. The doors flung open and the stocks just flew open by themselves. The chains fell off. Was this what God was going to use? An earthquake to set them free? Yes, he was actually, but not quite in the way that you might think. Now, our prisoners could have escaped. They could have all ran away. And that's what our jailer thought. He was worried sick. He knew what happened to jailers who lost their prisoners. Remember last week? He was so worried, he just thought, no, I might as well just use my own sword on myself. I might as well just kill myself now. It wasn't my fault. See what I did there? Fault. All you science buffs. Earthquake, fault. Do you get it? See what I did? Anyway, he thought he might as well kill himself. And then he heard, no, stop, don't do it. We're still here. We're all here, Paul said. Just imagine how our jailer felt. He'd been nasty and he'd been really badly treating our prisoners. And they were worried and were concerned about him. They cared about him. And you know, this jailer thought, there's something different about these men. Any others would have just run away. And you know what it was? It was the love of Jesus. It was Jesus making a difference in their lives. Jesus tells us to put others first. We're to be kind to others, no matter how they're treating us. When we make the right choices and love God and we love other people, then we'll see a difference and they'll see a difference in us and they'll want to become a disciple, a follower of Jesus. So our jailer asked Paul, what can I do to be a friend of Jesus? Actually, this is how he asked. He said, what must I do to be saved? And I like the way this little guy on this next video asks. Have a little look and see if you think he looks like our jailer.
What must I do to be saved?
Believe in the Lord Jesus, and you will be saved, you and all the people in your house.
Then he and all his people were baptized immediately. So the jailer took Paul and Silas to his home to wash their wounds and feed them. He and his family were very happy because they now believed in God.
So when Paul had told the jailer about Jesus, he then wanted to become a Christian. Him and his whole family, they all wanted to be friends of Jesus. Straight away, he was changed. And the family were baptized like we saw in the moonlight. What a lovely thing to do, baptism by moonlight, so everyone would know about the change. But you know, people are baptized today to show everyone that they've become a friend of Jesus. But you might think, well, there was nobody there that night. But you know, we've heard about him, and ever since then, whenever this story's been told, the story of the Philippian jailer, we know that he was baptized and that he became a friend of Jesus. He didn't want to hurt people anymore. He and his family put bandages on Paul and Silas, and they gave them food and a nice warm place to stay the night. What a change from the worst jailer ever. How fantastic for Paul and Silas. Loving God, loving people meant that the jailer wanted to become a disciple, a follower of Jesus. The next morning, they even went back to the jail. The jailer took them back, and that local judge magistrate sent the message, Paul and Silas, you can go now. Signed, the judge. Paul said, no, you have to come here and you have to tell everyone that we're not guilty, or else people will think that we've escaped and we've run away. So the judge went down to the jail and he came and he said, I'm so sorry, Paul and Silas. He took his judge's hammer and he said, you are not guilty of anything. You see, Paul was a Roman. He didn't dress like a Roman, but there were some very, very strict rules what you could do with a Roman person. You see, you can't execute them. Phew. You can't beat them. Paul had been beaten with sticks. They can't be tortured. He'd been put in stocks. And you can't put them in prison without a public hearing. They'd done it all wrong. But you know, Paul and Silas had just stuck to their guns and they believed that God would give them their great escape. So once again, God had sent something marvellous. He'd sent an earthquake. And Paul went around lots more big cities and even other countries to tell everyone about Jesus. And next week, we're going to have to remember about that. The next week's story, what you can do with Roman citizens. So let's have a look at our craft box and see what we're going to make this week.
Let's go!
So this week in the box, there's a couple of more sheets for you to remember the story and see if you can remember what order the story came in. First of all, there's a pinwheel with a sword. I really enjoyed doing that one. I coloured mine in when the jailer was baptised, and I'm going to put some glitter on those stars. So it's when they were all fastened up, when they were singing songs, when there was the earthquake, and then when the jailer was baptised. It's a great way, you know, of remembering stories if you do a craft with them. And the other thing is just a colouring in that tells you to finish the picture. And I really enjoyed doing mine. There's some musical notes there because remember they were singing. And I actually put my musical notes for the bars of the prison. All you musical people, do you see what I did there? Bars for bars. So I also put some more of the notes round about and I coloured it in. But then I tried to think of, could I make a picture of the songs I would like to sing? I tried to give myself some clues. So this song I would like to sing, it's got a skyscraper in, a submarine in, and some hands. So that one must be, our God is a great big God. And then there's a one with, well, it's a building, a striky building with a light. What song do you think that was? My Lighthouse. And then I did an alarm clock with 7 o'clock, what time I get up on the morning. What song could that be? It's the one Jodi's just taught us, Wake. And then I've got another one here. It's somebody counting. That's a clue. And then there's an earth, a world, some fruit, a crown, a cross. What do you think that is? I'll leave that one with you. And then I've just decorated mine with some chains that were in the box too. You could see if you could give people clues and see if folks know what song you would sing if you were with Paul and Silas in jail. So next week it's an escape, not from a jail, but Paul's on a ship to Rome. It's shipwreck story. And it ends with a very slippery character indeed. Bye everyone, see you next time.
Let's go!
Challenge Craig. Today's contestants, Craig versus God. Let's get it on!
And it's time for Challenge Craig! This is the part of the show where I set you guys a challenge using everyday household objects and you've got to try and beat my score. Today's challenge is the see how many books you can stack on your head challenge and leave them there balancing. So that would be 1, that would be 2, and that would be 3, and so on and so forth. So grab a pile of books. I've got a canny few books here, and just in case, you know, with a head this size, I should be able to do it really well. So let's set that score. I'm going to take a seat just in case I get really high. Don't want to be off camera. And
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, 10. Here we go. Oh, forgot to tell you, you've got to count to 5 and without touching it, and that is the score you set. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that was too easy, so I'm going to go one more. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, one more again. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think I can do it though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 14 books. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we've done it. 14. 15th book. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh. Uh-oh. Nah. Nope. It's done. It's done. Done. Score 14. Well done, me. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I very much doubt you'll be able to beat it. It's a very hard score to beat, very hard challenge. But if you give it a go, take a picture, take a video, send it in, and you never know, you could be on next week's This is Awesome! Time for a song. Roll it.
Hey, oh, let's go.
I lay my life down at your feet. You're the only one I need. I turn to you and you are always there. In troubled times it's you I see. I put you first, that's all I need. I humble all I am, all to you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the only one that I could live for. You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the only one that I could live for. You were always, always there, every how and everywhere. Your grace abounds so deeply within me. You will never ever change. Yesterday, today, by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. Up a bit higher. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. You are the way. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. Come on!
Nice one, guys. That's the end of today's show. We hope you've had a great time with us this morning, this evening, this afternoon, whenever you've watched us. Remember, if you've done anything at all, take a picture, take a video, send them in to us. We'd love to see them, and you might be in next week's This Is Awesome! Right, guys, I'm going to pray for us now. Get ready to do the prayer drill. I'm going to start like this today. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Father God, we thank you once again for each and every person watching us online this week. We thank you for them. May you bless them and keep them safe as they go to school, work, or wherever they may be going, Lord. We thank you for the story we've learned today. Thank you for the example Paul and Silas gave us. Help us to be more like them, that even though they were in times of trouble, they were still praying and singing praises to you, Lord. Help us to be an example to the people around us, and may they notice a difference in us, and that difference is you. We pray all these things in your holy and precious name. Amen. 4. Right, guys, see you next week. Have fun, be safe, wash your hands. Ta-da! Yeah!
Hey, oh, let's go.
Thanks, guys, for watching this week's episode of the ARK Online. Remember, you can watch previous episodes on our YouTube channel. Please consider subscribing to us. It helps us out greatly, and giving us a like. Don't know what that really does. It helps in some way. Maybe it helps share it out to other people. Also, give us a share on Facebook and just let people around you know that the ARK Online is happening. And we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Hey.